Kenzie, for someone your age, you look very young.
Thank you for coming out today, Luke. You think that I look young for my age? Well, thank you so much for saying that.
I can tell that a lot of people your age are getting married and having kids now. And by the way you were acting today, I can see you really are wanting to get married to my son. You have taken really good care of your figure and everything, so be assured that you will get a husband soon enough. I'm sure the figure alone was enough to get my son's attention.
I do agree that a lot of people my age are getting married now and have kids of their own. But please don't think that I'm dying to get married or anything, and that's my reason for seeming so excited today. Well, no, wait. I am excited, don't get me wrong. It's just that I'm excited to be with Isaiah.
Was today not about your guys' marriage, though? I'm sure you were acting like that because you very well understand that without my permission, my son will not be allowed to marry you, right?
Today was about us getting married. Isaiah had been asking to meet my dad and everything before we went any further with talks about marriage, and so that's why we all set this date up for you all. Both Isaiah and I already love one another a lot and wanted to make sure that we knew one another's parents as well.
All right, you don't have to keep playing dumb here, Kenzie. I understand that you want to marry my son and all, but you can't keep talking like you know everything, or else you're going to ruin your image. Us men like women who are a bit on the stupid side and talk as though they don't really know anything.
Are you sure it's okay to say something like that to me? We're in a new century now, and that means it's probably best that you refrain from saying things like that about women.
Kenzie, you seem to think really highly of yourself. You are aware that I'm going to be your future husband's father, right? I think it's best that you keep your mouth shut a little more often from now on.
Things like that.
I see. You're not going to really listen to me then, are you? If that's going to be the case here, then I'll make it my personal job to set you straight. Next time, let's make sure you and I have a chance to talk to one another, one-on-one. I'll make sure to get us a private room and everything to talk in, if you'd like. This meeting will be very important to me, as I make sure to retrain you from head to toe.
What? You want it to just be you and I meeting next time? So you don't want for Isaiah to be there with us, or anything?
If Isaiah is there with us, he'll try and defend you. And then I won't be able to teach you how to be a proper woman around my family.
But, Luke...
Don't worry, I'll make sure to pay for your meal as well if we go out to eat. Make sure to wear a short skirt and be very excited to see me when the day comes. If you can do that for me, then I'll buy you whatever food and drink you like.
Stop that, please. You actually think saying things like that to me, of all people, is okay? I'm sorry, but you need to stop yourself right there.
Kenzie, do you have any idea how old you are? If you are not able to please men right now, then your chances of ever being married to someone will grow more and more slim. I think it's time you started to listen to your fiancé's father, so that you don't let this chance at marriage slip away from you.
The thing is, though, we're still only engaged, and we haven't even made plans for a wedding or anything yet.
Then that means you really need to start trying to get on my good side from here on out, right? That clothing you were wearing today was very tight on your body, and I could make out all your shapes as you sat there in front of me. From the moment I saw you, I knew that I was into your style, Kenzie. So as long as you keep things going with me, then I'll make sure to let you continue seeing my son.
What are you talking about right now? I really don't like the things you're saying to me right now, so please stop. That is not the way you should be speaking with your son's girlfriend, Luke.
And that's something I'm going to have to teach you about as well now. In the future, you are going to be a part of my family, and will be making children with my son. And I need to make sure that you are worthy of making children with my son at all. You should be aware of just how important it is for my son to be pleased as a man, right?
I'm sorry, but that is far enough. I'm going to have to leave now. Isaiah, thank you for coming out today. But, regarding your father, there are some things that don't feel quite right to me.
What was that? Did he say or do some pretty weird things to you today? From my point of view, it seemed that my dad was really into you. And that's a really good thing for our future together.
Really into me? You think so?
Yes, I do. By the time you had to leave, it felt that we were all a lot closer to one another. And when I told him about the work you're doing for a living right now, he seemed really impressed by you.
I'm sure he was. But, Isaiah, I kind of feel that things are a little too close between your father and I now. When you went to the restroom and things like that, your father, he would look at me in a completely different way.
Oh, I think you're just being delusional about things. You really think that my dad would be willing to act that way around his son's girlfriend? Oh, I'm sorry, Kenzie, but if you keep saying things like that, then I'm going to get a little upset with you next.
No, I don't think I'm being delusional or anything about it. On the way out of there, your father kind of brushed his hand against my butt. When he did that, things in my head really changed, and I didn't feel comfortable at all with how things were going.
Huh? What are you going on about? My dad has always been a very good guy with the ladies. You think him giving you a little touch on the butt means that he has feelings for you or something? Oh.
Then let me ask you this. What was the reason again for your mother and father getting a divorce?
I know that from time to time my dad could get a little carried away with himself around my mom. But my mom would always leave me at home all alone to go do her own things. So when you compare her to what little my dad was doing, my dad looks like a really good guy. He also allowed me to join the company I'm a part of now, so I have much respect for him.
And that's what I heard from you, which made me think he was a very kind man. But today he went and intentionally touched your girlfriend. You don't find any of that to be really strange?
And like I was saying, you're being very delusional about things. What does it matter that he touched your butt? There's nothing wrong with that. Back when you were a kid, were you never spanked or anything? I grew up always being spanked by him, and that's what turned me into the man I am now.
I'm not talking about spanking. The way he laid his hand on my butt then, it was nothing like a little slap or anything. Also, he was just asking me over text if next time just he and I could go out to eat. I asked him why he would want to do that and why he wanted to meet in a private room.
That's just how much my dad is into you, right? What is going on with you? You think that he's going to start touching you more if you go to that private dinner with him or something? He would never do something like that to a woman your age, so calm down already.
I never said he'd do something like that. It's just, as a woman, being in a one-on-one situation with my boyfriend's father after he said all that to me already doesn't make me feel all right. I can't relax at all thinking about it. I don't even understand why he wants only me to be there with him. He said it was to keep you from protecting me, but him saying things like that only make me feel worse about the whole situation.
Hey, seriously? I never thought you were the type of woman to get so worked up by that. Let me ask you this. What kind of environment were you raised in by your parents? Wait, didn't you tell me that your dad graduated from a well-known university?
Is that what I told you before? Because my father never went to college or anything. He didn't even finish high school. But he put in a lot of hard work and made his way up to the top and is someone that I respect a lot. I want you to meet with him next time, all right?
What? Hey, are you kidding me? Well, that has nothing to do with me, so whatever.
What?
You just told me your dad never even graduated from high school. That's pretty crazy. What you said just caught me off guard there a little is all. But once you and I are married, you will be entering my family, so your dad is never really going to have anything to do with me.
Hey, when you said something like what my father did was crazy, did you mean that in a good way or a bad way? Please don't tell me you look down on him for having to drop out of high school.
I never said I was looking down on him for that. Oh. But considering that I've gone to college and am on my way to becoming an elite, I've never had the chance to meet up with a high school dropout. Huh. I thought people like that didn't even exist, to be honest with you.
The way you say that, it makes me feel as though you do look down on him.
You graduated from college as well, right? So you understand what I'm saying here. Well, whatever. For right now, just make sure not to make any drama about my dad, alright? Now, I have to go out for some drinks, and I'll be using the company's money to do so.
I don't think you should just be saying something like that, Isaiah. Especially when it has to do with the company's money.
You'd think I would allow a wedding between a high school dropout's girl and my elite son? If you're going to become upset by what I have to say, then you be upset with your failure of a father.
There is no way someone like you just went and splashed that hot coffee all over the place. I had to go to the hospital to get treatment for all these second-degree burns, and luckily the doctors and nurses were able to take care of it all right away. But they're saying there will be scars left over from all the burns. Which means now I'll have scarring on my left arm, my left leg, and my neck because of you. What the hell is wrong with you, you brute?
I want to ask that about you. How dare you hide the fact that your father is a dropout from my son and I, and make your move to try and marry my son?
I wasn't trying to hide anything. I was never asked about my father, so I never thought about talking about his education. It seems that the only ones who care so much about people's educations are you guys. If that's always been the case with you both, then you should have asked from the very start about things like that.
You expect me to believe that in this day and age, there are still people that never finished high school or went to college? Jeez, such a sad family who has raised you. And thinking about the way you said no to my invitation. I can't believe it.
If anything, isn't that the biggest problem to you right now? This has nothing to do with my father's education, but with the fact that I said no to my boyfriend's father's advances.
And if that is my problem with you, then the fact you understand that I'd have a problem with it means you did say no to me on purpose. You have no idea what you're doing right now, huh? Ha! Well, now you've gone and poked the bear, and are going to be in a real treat now. Nobody beneath me is going to overlook what I say.
What did you say?
You are from a family of lowlifes, trying to enter my family of elites. And by doing so, you are trying to take advantage of my son's income. so that you never have to work another day in your life. I'm sure a life like that is exactly what you're after, because you would be set forever, right? Well, if that's the life you want to get, then you're going to need to try harder to get on my good side. Ha!
You need to stop speaking about my family like that, please. There is no reason to be talking down about them.
Still trying to act all tough, are we? I have no other choice then. I'll have to do something that'll open up those pretty eyes of yours. You are still in your 20s, right? Just barely? Well, then you need to listen to everything I say to you. If you can do that, I will let you marry my son. Huh.
What else do you have to say?
You're going to have to provide some services to your fiancé's father now. You'd better be happy that you're still considered young. If you were in your 30s now, I would never be giving you this kind of a chance.
Does this mean you want me to meet with you in a private room, one-on-one? There you're going to be doing things to me like you did before, touching my butt and the like? That's something I'll need to do with you?
Hey. Don't start getting too far ahead of yourself there. You're on the verge of becoming an old hag, with only a few months left before that really does happen. You should be more happy about a man like myself touching your butt. Start to be appreciative of the fact that I find you attractive still.
You really are screwed up. Who the hell do you think would ever want to go into a private room with an old fat man like yourself and let you feel them up? Start realizing just how disgusting you are before you ever talk like that old man.
Excuse me? Kenzie, do you understand what position you're in right now? I have given you a chance to stay with my son, and you're going to talk back to me like that?
Well, then this means you've really gone and tied the knot around your neck.
I have no idea what you're talking about, little girl. You can't even compare yourself to me, when I've been around for longer than you, and I've done so much more for the world. No matter what you say to me, you're just going to make yourself sound like more and more of a sore loser.
We'll have to see about that then. My father happens to be the CEO of your company, so we'll have to see if you can still compare yourself to the likes of him.
What? Wait, what was that?
I said, my father is the CEO of the company you're working for. And due to all of the very unfortunate things you have said to me, I'll make sure he is fully aware. Expect the worst to come from him after today, so please look forward to it all.
Kenzie, you really think such a massive lie as that is going to fool me? Well, you did get me to clench my cheeks there for a second, so I respect you for that. But your lie is all but believable. A high school dropout like your father becoming a CEO. That's a great joke you've told me.
You think so? Then I'll make sure to let him know you've said that as well. Please be ready for what's to follow, Luke.
I just want to say that I'm so very sorry for everything I've done and said. I never once thought that you of all people would turn out to be the daughter of my CEO. I am so terribly sorry for the rude behaviors I had when speaking with you in both person and through text.
Ah, so you've finally come to understand your place? Well, I'm sure you're already aware of this, but a lot of people within the company are now very upset with you. And that means you are most definitely going to be fired.
Hold on a second. I have no idea who you or your father were at the time. I never thought that my CEO would even be a high school dropout. And when I heard that a lot of the other people on the board never went to college and things like that, How could something like that be?
Well, as you can see, it can indeed be. And now you've gone and pissed them all off. So how's it going? Did you have fun with all of them in the meeting room? Was it enjoyable hearing all of them talk about the things you were saying to both myself and about my father?
It was so embarrassing for me that I couldn't even bear to keep myself from crying. I regret everything that I have done and said from the bottom of my heart.
Can you give me an example of what made you so embarrassed that you had to cry? What exactly do you regret doing so much? Hopefully, you'll be able to give me a good example right now of what you'd done wrong, right?
When they started to tell me about how poorly I had been talking about the CEO, when I heard he was a high school dropout, and about the way I had used that to try and break things off between you and my son.
What else?
There's the part where they started to tell me about the way I behaved with the CEO's daughter, you, in a very inappropriate manner.
Were you able to get all of those men on the board to agree with you that because of your age and the generation you're from, that it's okay to go around touching the butts of women half your age and saying that it's okay to do so because that's the only way someone like me would be allowed to marry your son?
Please don't say it like that.
Don't say what? You were trying to make me understand that, right? If you really want to have your fun with younger women, then perhaps it's better you get yourself a prostitute instead of feeling up the CEO's daughter. As far as the company and myself are aware, what you had done to me, touching my butt like that, is a crime. Sexual assault, one might say.
But you're going to become my son's wife, so I thought that as family it would be alright to do that.
How frickin' vile of you to say that. I can't believe there's someone I know who could say such a thing to me. I'm not even a part of your family in the first place, Luke. And if I was, there would still be loads of problems with you touching me. I guess you have no idea what the punishment is for touching a woman in a sexual way without her consent. It's because of disgusting men like you who think there's nothing wrong with being monsters around women that this society is constantly being held back.
I really am so sorry. I didn't think you would be so against me doing that.
You didn't think so? Have you ever had a look at what you look like recently? It's one thing for a really good-looking man to think something like that, but an old geezer like you thinking I'd be into you touching me up is just hilarious. How childish, really. I think you'd better start getting a grip with the thing you really are and begin to work towards acting like that thing instead.
I really am so sorry. Of course, now that I've been made aware of things, you are more than welcome to continue moving forward with your marriage to my son. And I'm sure the both of you would make a great little family together.
Huh? You think things are just going to continue moving forward after what's happened? I am never going to marry your son now, Luke.
Why not? You came all the way out to see me and talk about the marriage.
The reason for me not wanting to marry him anymore is because my eyes have been opened. When I tried to talk with Isaiah about what was going on with you, he didn't seem bothered by it at all. I could see that he was just as awful as you, and that led to me having a change of heart.
Wait, please! Right now, this is all a problem between you and I, right? Your marriage to him shouldn't have anything to do with me, and that's why he might have been a bit dismissive about how you felt about me.
But it has a lot to do with the marriage. If I were to marry your son, then I'd have to become family to you. And who knows what you'd do to me then?
You don't have to worry about what I'll do anymore.
To be frank, I just don't want to become family with something like you. And when I tried talking with Isaiah about what you were doing, he took your side and agreed with your tactics. I was feeling really uncomfortable about you, and yet he made it seem to me like he was okay with that.
That's just... He's a lot like his father, is all.
I could tell that if I made him my husband, I would be putting myself right in danger's way. And when I told him about how I had been hurt badly by that hot coffee you spilled on me, he seemed to think that was my fault for being in the way. That right there killed what little flame I had left in my heart for him. I'm happy to see that he's not at all like the man I loved before, and that once I became a part of your guys' family, he would not care one bit about my safety.
What?
By the way, my father is very aware that Isaiah was hired into the company by his criminal dad. So my father will have your son fired as well.
Criminal? You're calling me a criminal?
Who else would you be?
I am so sorry for what's happened. But you can't say I'm a criminal for what's happened. Please forgive me and let this all be.
Not only did you fling hot coffee all over me and give me second-degree burns, but you also touched my butt without my consent. I'm going to make sure the police are aware of this, so please allow them to walk you to your new room in hell. After that, the police arrived at Luke's house and took him into the police station for questioning. And this led to word about what he had done spreading even deeper into my father's company. Soon after the questioning was over with, though, the police did come back to Luke's house again, and this time letting him know that he was under arrest and would be taken to court by my father's lawyers. There he would be charged with both physical and sexual assault against me, and would have to serve 5 years for it. And on top of that, he would also be required to pay me a settlement of around $150,000 for not only the crimes he committed, but also for my medical bills, as I would still have to undergo a few more treatments to help with my burns. Luckily, he had that kind of money in his savings, but after the money came to me, he was pretty much left dry and wouldn't be able to make any money back for the next 5 years. Isaiah then came to me a day after the court case and started to apologize to me while crying. But when I told him it was no use and that I'd not be marrying him, he ran off. Word about what his father had done and everything was already within the company now, but things were only made worse for Isaiah when I explained to my father about how he'd use company money to go out drinking and things like that. He was fired not too long after his father, and now the both of them can experience the hell they've entered together. This is what those two deserve for never understanding that the way they acted was not acceptable in today's world and quite illegal in most cases. As for what's happened with me after that whole fiasco, I'm back home living with my mother and father again. I'll be with them for a little while as I got time off from work so that I could rest and wait for my burns to all heal up. I know this outcome wasn't all that great for me because I'll always have scarring that will remind me of Luke and Isaiah. But that's a whole lot better than marrying into that family without ever knowing what kind of monsters they really were.
Hey there, Millie. I have to say, I was so shocked to see you today. I mean, I was not expecting a family as poor as yours to come walking through my door at all. But I didn't really have much else to do right then, so thanks for helping me kill some time.
Emily, I can't believe that you have the guts to message me like this after what you did.
I don't know what you mean. I was just protecting my store when I saw you reach for some of the products. We can't just let any old riffraff come inside and touch all our precious jewelry, you know? Especially some shabby poor people like yourselves. That's why I kicked you all out. You didn't belong in a store like mine. I was only doing my job of protecting our products from less than savory customers. How dare you talk to me as if I did anything wrong when you all were the people who went somewhere you didn't belong to in the first place? If you thought I was going to go easy on you just because we used to be classmates, you really don't know a thing about me.
I don't believe this. You know we all went into that store to help my mom celebrate her 60th birthday. Do you realize that you completely ruined her day when you kicked us out? Not only that, but while you were throwing us out, you made me fall and rip my dress.
Well, it sounds to me like all I did was remind you of your place in this world.
And just what was that supposed to mean, huh?
Oh, please. I know your parents own some kind of factory or something, but I also know that it's in some little podunk town and that you're just another nobody on the assembly line. My store is the last place you should have thought about going into. We hold some of the finest pieces designed by expert craftsmen from all over the world. We're just as much of a gallery as we are a store. And I know that you don't even have enough money to afford touching one of those pieces. So the moment I saw your finger touch the metal of that necklace chain, I knew I had the green light to throw you out.
That doesn't even make any sense. Do you really still think that you were totally justified in doing that?
Justified? And just why would I have to even justify myself? If anything, I was doing you a favor by reminding you of your place.
Now look, I'm very aware that my parents don't own some huge corporation or anything. But they've owned that factory for years and have attracted skilled employees that have netted them loyal customers. I think it's an amazing success that you're only judging from the surface.
Oh, please. Don't you try and talk to me about skilled workers. Besides, they're probably just a bunch of old geezers who couldn't get a job doing anything else. It's less of a factory and more of a retirement home. And it's no wonder your business does so poorly if that's all you hire. They can barely even work.
Do not insult all the great employees that I work with at the factory.
I'm not insulting anyone. I'm just telling the truth, that's all. You're hiring people on death's door, and that's probably why your business is about to go under. And if your parents are running a store as stupidly as that, then I'm sure your sense of how things are going is even worse. But then again, your parents are poor too, so I guess there was never any point in expecting anything great from them. Hey, I saw you open my messages. They're all marked as read. Don't ignore me. You answer me right this second.
Why would I want to carry on a conversation with someone who's doing nothing but insulting me and the people that I care about?
I already told you that I'm not making fun of anyone or anything like that. I'm just telling you the truth about your situation.
Really? Because all you've been doing is calling my parents and I dumb and poor. And just what did we do to make you this mad at us anyways? Why do you hate us?
Oh, I don't hate you at all. It's more just like I think it would be better if you never existed.
Why would you say something like that?
I say it because ever since we were little, you've always had just the absolute worst taste in what was fancy and what wasn't. I remember in art class you'd always score way lower than me. And then in other classes, you would be making such a racket on the keyboard that I couldn't concentrate on anything at all. Plus, you were always doing all those stupid little brain teasers in class and were a total nerd. I've never met someone so nerdy, so weird, so brainy before in all my life. That's why I wish you never existed.
Are you kidding me? Is that really the reason you're going to give me?
What of it? You have a problem with any of what I just said? When I saw you come into my store today in those shabby clothes, it brought back years of resentment towards you. That's why I ended up kicking you hard when I did throw you out of the store. I guess I just let my anger get the better of me. But you were the one who was totally underdressed for my store. You were the one who should have known better.
I don't know why you insist on talking down to me as if I was the same person from high school. In fact, I bet that I have a much nicer standard of living than you can even imagine.
You don't have to lie to me, you know. I know who you really are deep down. For example, knowing you, I bet you couldn't even hack it in your parents' factory. You probably found some way to work from home and you've been doing that ever since, just so that way you don't have to go outside. So maybe you should think about just who it is you're talking to before you open your poor ignorant mouth.
What is even the point of talking to you if you're going to spin every little thing that I say into another way to call me poor? Besides, I'll have you know that the clothes I was wearing today were designed by my sister who works in the fashion industry. I really don't think a poor person could have afforded the outfit I had.
Are you trying to compare your sister to a real fashion designer? I remember your sister, and she was even more stupid than you. Not to mention she couldn't draw to save her life. Do you really expect me to believe that she's some bigwig fashionista or something? Your clothes looked about as poor as you are. And if they were handmade clothes from your sister, then it explains why the material was so cheap and why it rips so easily. Or was that all part of your sister's design? Or maybe you're just lying about your sister and you actually stole those clothes. I wouldn't put it past you.
Are you kidding me right now? What is your deal, Emily?
What are you talking about? I don't have a deal, Millie.
Ugh, I'm seriously so sick of having to put up with you. What I was wearing was the first outfit that my sister ever designed and produced. I didn't steal anything. Besides, you were the one getting physical with potential customers before throwing them out. Well, just know that you're not going to get away with this. I'll report you.
And just who is going to listen to what some poor little nobody has to say, huh? You need to wake up and face reality, Millie. Nobody cares about what someone like you has to say about someone so far above them. Like, you should have never walked into my store today. And you certainly should have never tried to touch any of the merchandise. That's why I really had to kick you out. But if you're looking for someone to blame for all of that, you can only turn to yourself. It's so tiring having to explain over and over again to a stupid person about just how stupid they really are. And the fact that you didn't know you were going to be thrown out for what you did just proves to me how stupid you really are. If only you were just a little bit smarter, then I wouldn't have to waste so much time repeating myself to you.
Except you do realize that one of the customers you threw out was a CEO, don't you?
Are you still trying to scare me? I don't know if I'd call this owner of some crappy little country factory a CEO. It's about as truthful as saying that your sister is a fashion designer. You're just a weird, nerdy little shut-in who doesn't know anything about the real world.
You can say that all you'd like, but I know that family is full of people who are way better people than you. And not that money matters for every little thing, but my family is not poor. In fact, I think it's fair to say that we're actually quite wealthy, actually. My parents work really hard to run their business and even managed to send both my sister and I to college. And thanks to all the support from them, my sister was able to pursue her dream of being a fashion designer. She always used to keep herself up so late throughout the night working on her designs that it's clear she had real talent for it. And maybe I don't have as clear a vision as my sister, what I'd like to do for the rest of my life, but I have skills too. It's true that you were always better at art than me and did have a sharper eye for aesthetics, but that's why I'm more than happy to step back and cheer my sister on. Not only that, but every single employee that works for my parents is a skilled and experienced veteran of their craft who all have my respect for what they do. And yet, you have the gall to insult every single person in this world that I have respect for. I won't forgive you for this. I'll make you pay, Emily.
All I'm hearing are the empty threats of a sore loser who knows that the words are going to be the only thing they'll have to use against someone so much better than them. Millie! I can't believe you would trick me the way that you did!
What is it now, Emily? What could you possibly want to talk to me about now?
Don't you try and play dumb with me, Millie! I had no idea you were getting part of the ring collection from your mom's workshop! And why would you and your mom dress up as poor people to visit my store? You totally had me fooled! It's as if you were trying to get yourselves kicked out because you knew that I would get in trouble for it. And now I am getting in trouble! I heard your mom is canceling her contract with our store! Well, you'd better tell her to knock it off!
And just who do you think you are to tell my mom what to do when you keep looking down on us like this?
But it isn't fair! You two tricked me! If I knew who your mom really was, then I would have never treated you two the way that I did. I thought she just ran some tiny little place out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, you're right about that. It is a small place and it's quite remote. The building looks quite shabby and run down from the outside, and it's true that most of the staff are stubborn old people. But they're also all imbued with pride and experience for their craft that shines through in every single piece that they produce. You've said so yourself, that your store only takes some of the best works from some of the world's leading jewelers. Well, I'm proud to say that my mom's workshop has many of those people working in it. And yes, you've insisted on continuing to insult my family's work and referring to the place as an old folks' home rather than a business. Well, all it took was me mentioning all that you said to my mom, all that you said to her about her staff, for her to decide that she didn't want to do business with your store anymore.
But I was only being honest. I mean, you said so yourself. It's all old people there.
It's because you can't get over your age that my mom is choosing to end doing any business with you. And even if you weren't constantly putting down the staff that she cares about so much, you still threw out the owner of one of your partners from the store. So of course it's natural that that person wouldn't want to do any more business with you. And until you admit what you did was wrong and apologize for it, you're not going to be seeing any more pieces from my mom's workshop. I'm afraid that these people are quite set in their ways and won't budge when it comes to this.
Do you really think I'd fold for you all so easily? You think you're the only jewelers in the world? I'll just find people who do what your workshop does, but for cheaper. It's time for all those geezers to go into retirement and for a new generation of artists to step forward. So if me doing this drives them to work less, so be it. We just got a new company president, and she's always talking about driving our business in a new direction. So if you really thought that you could take us down just like that, you're sorely mistaken. Besides, the store security cameras never caught me kicking you out, so there's no real proof that it happened. No one is ever going to believe you about any of this.
I don't care about any of that. I was just letting you know why my mom made the decision that she did. She also wanted me to tell you that you've made a powerful enemy with us and that you have no idea what's coming your way. You know, I rarely see my mom get this mad. Normally, she's just a patient, kind woman.
Well, good luck punishing me for anything when you don't have any evidence of it. It'll just be your word against mine, and then I'll win. Hello. I'm not quite sure what to do in this sort of situation, but my boss gave me this phone number and told me to call you. I was in the middle of work and was told that I would need to apologize to you. But I'm not even sure who you are, so what do I need to apologize to you about?
Oh, I take it you must be Emily. Well, I happen to be the one who called your boss to report the incident that happened when I tried going into your store the other day.
But I don't get it. I've never seen my boss this panicked before. She wouldn't even listen to what I was trying to tell her.
And yes, I assume I still haven't introduced myself yet. My name is Julia. I assume just from that you've heard of me, right?
Wait a second. You mean Julia? As in that Julia? As in the world-famous jeweler and trendsetter Julia?
Well, I prefer to just think of myself as a jeweler and designer, but yes, I suppose those other words do apply to me as well. If you'd like, I can stop by and bring you my business card if you don't believe me.
I am so sorry. I had no idea that my boss had given me the phone number for the Julia. It's truly an honor. And I would also just like to say how sorry I am for the misunderstanding between us yesterday.
Well, while I do appreciate the apology, I'm more curious about why you thought it was okay to treat two potential customers the way you did in the first place.
I'm really sorry. It was really just a big mix-up. I truly had no idea who you were. And I had never treated any customer before you in that manner. I swear it was just a freak accident.
But that's a lie, isn't it? There was another time when you threw customers out before this. Does the name Millie ring any bells?
Oh, did you hear about Millie from my boss? Well, you see, we've actually been friends since we were young, so I didn't think she was really there to be a customer. And she was wearing horrible clothes and just didn't look like she belonged in the store at all. Not only that, but she was about to put her grubby hands all over your jewelry. And your pieces have always been my favorite, so I was just trying to keep them clean for the real customers. I just didn't want someone like Millie leaving any smudges or scratches to our valuable pieces.
I see, so that's your version of events then, is it? Well, I suppose that settles it then. From this day on, I no longer am going to do any business with your store.
Wait, hold on. Julia, you can't be serious.
Of course I am. You disrespected someone that I have great admiration for. I simply can't do business with people who treat others like that.
You don't mean to say that you have a great admiration for Millie, right?
Of course I do. You might not know this, but Millie happens to be my older sister.
Wait a second. You mean you're the same Julia that could barely even draw when she was little?
That's right, and I understand from Millie that you had some very strong opinions about me. Although you weren't entirely wrong, it's true that I struggled in my first art classes, and many of my past designs were rejected when I submitted them. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to stand up for my little sister. She may not have the mind of an artist, but when it comes to math, she's one of the brightest people that I've ever seen. And she does things I never even knew you could do on a laptop. I'm sure that the day is going to come when even I get jealous of her success. But I just use those feelings to help push myself further into my artwork. One of my latest ideas has very much been a back-to-basics approach. I looked over some of my oldest designs from when I was in high school, and the rich mix of colors and patterns brought back a deep sense of nostalgia for me. I've been looking for something unique and revolutionary, and when I created a test piece and gave it to my sister to wear, she was overjoyed with it. Call it childish, but I knew that if my big sister liked it, that meant it was good. And yet, you not only insulted and disrespected my sister, but you also ripped my new design. I can't forgive you for any of that.
But wait, you can't cancel your contract with us because of that. That was personal and this is business.
I've been thinking about a lot lately. I don't want to think personal feelings should get in the way of business. And I know that losing this contract is going to affect my mom's business too. But my mom stood by me and told me that I needed to make the decisions that would allow me to sleep at night. It also helped that she was furious with you. More angry than I've ever seen her before, to be honest.
Wait, Julia, please, surely we could talk this out. I think we can both see that this is just one huge mistake, right? I had no idea about any of this.
It's far too late to try and apologize for this now.
But I really am sorry. You have to believe me. Please don't cancel your contract. I'm begging you.
I've already made up my mind, but you can only blame yourself for this.
But you don't want to do this. It'll hurt your reputation if you want to work with any other stores, and you'll still have to pay out your end for breaking the contract. Not to mention that your sister could be seen as committing fraud. I mean, she came into my store dressed in a ridiculous outfit and hid who her family was. She baited me into acting the way I did. That's a crime. You wouldn't want anything to fall on your sister, would you?
Are you threatening my sister with a lawsuit? Give it your best shot, but I know that you don't have a chance at winning against us.
Millie? Are you there? Please, you have to talk to your sister for me. She's taking this way too far, and now everyone is blaming me for losing the Julia contract.
I mean, that would probably be because it's all your fault that Julia wanted to stop working with your store, right?
Of course it isn't my fault. It's all yours and your sister's fault, and now our business is falling apart. Not only that, but I'm being served with a fine from my company for damaging potential profit. They're going to fire me and sue me for the trouble that they think I caused them. But I didn't even do anything wrong. This is all your fault. You tricked me and caused all this to happen. You have to pay me the money I need to get out of this. You did this to me.
Oh, Emily, so sorry I didn't get back to you. I read all your messages, but I'm just really busy with more important things right now.
Don't you lie to me, you little shut-in. I know that you're just buying time for yourself.
I really don't have any need to do that, though. I mean, you've already been fired, and your job is charging you for the damages you caused. Not to mention the lawsuit you're getting from me after you literally kicked me out.
But you can't do that. By the time this is all over, I'm going to end up owing people over $100,000.
Oh, right. It's quite a large sum, isn't it? Oh well, you'll still have to pay it. After all, someone needs to accept responsibility for all that's happened.
This isn't fair. I don't have that kind of money. I am not a CEO or something like that.
I guess sometimes I forget normal people can't pay those kinds of fees.
Oh, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, you remember how I always used to be good with numbers in high school, right? Well, I took those skills and honed them over the years as I learned about the stock market. So yes, I do work from home. But only as an incredibly successful day trader.
So you just invest money for a living?
Pretty much, yes. The rest of my family all took over artistically creative paths, but I ended up going into the numbers route. We all stick by each other and help each other out when we need it.
But why didn't you ever tell me any of this before now?
Why do you think you're entitled to every single detail about my private life after the way you've treated me?
No. This isn't fair. I'm better than you. I'm not supposed to lose to you. Please. You need to pay off all my debt for me. I know you have the money for it now.
Emily, that's just not going to happen. But good luck with everything. See ya. After that, Emily ended up with a ton of debt thanks to all of her legal fees. Had no choice but to take whatever jobs were immediately available to her to begin paying them down. Since she had a criminal record after my lawsuit against her, however, the only places that would hire her were factories with lots of manual labor. Hearing that she had been fired, my sister decided to begin producing jewelry for the store Emily had previously worked at. much to the relief of the employees under my mom. As for me, I went back to working as normal, investing money and earning a living that way. It's true that I don't meet many people through my work, but I also have more than enough leeway to take a break and spend time with my family if I want. I feel so lucky to have such a tight-knit unit that will always stand up for each other when there's trouble. I may have chosen a different path than the rest of my family, but it hasn't stopped us from being a family one bit. And finally, as for Emily, I only hope that if she ever managed to claw her way out of all that debt, that she'll learn not to judge people based on their appearance.
It's not time for you to be leaving yet.
Well, I've finished up all my work for the day. So what's wrong with me heading out of the office early and going out for my evening? I have plans to go meet with a friend of mine out on the town and everything. Do you want to complain about it or something, Rob?
I don't believe that you are finished with all your work quite yet, though. You've just gone and forced all the other coworkers to take your tasks from you. And because of that, a lot of them are thinking that they'll have to stay late again and put in more overtime.
Oh, are you going to try and preach to me about things this time?
No. This isn't me preaching to you about anything, actually. It's just that, well, you have everyone pretty upset over the fact that you're never actually doing any of your own work.
I see. So everyone is going ahead and talking behind my back about me now? That's a little bit of a shock to me, considering I thought all of us were just so close to one another here. I think I'm going to have to bring this up with my dad now. I'll let him know that I'm being picked on by everyone in this whole department.
No, you really don't have to tell your dad about any of this. We are not trying to pick on you in any way. Rather, it seems to be the opposite way around here. None of us are wanting to do anything to make you feel bad in any way. We just have some concerns about you, is all.
So you're telling me that people are not actually talking about me poorly behind my back?
Nobody is talking about you at all in that way, to be fair. None of us have ever been doing that, because we all know to come talk directly to you if we have serious problems. However, I think that time has started to come, hence me talking with you about it right now. You always seem to want to show up to the office whenever you want, and then go home whenever you want. And while in the office, you'll have everyone else in this department do your work for you, as you sit there at your desk, looking at your phone. We are not saying rumors or anything like that behind your back, because we are all way too busy to do so, with all your work being left behind.
Oh? So that's how all of you have thought of me this whole time? Well, to spare everyone else the might of my father, I'll only be telling him that you have been saying bad things about me in the office. I'm sure that my dad will become very upset by something like that. He might even have you fired soon.
I have not been saying anything bad about you, though. I'm just telling you what all of us think about you, and everything has been true thus far. I just want you to know that it'd be best if you started to do your own work from now on, and act a little more serious about your job here.
What? Now you're mad at me? Oh, I'm so scared. I've gone ahead and screenshotted all of these messages you've been sending to me, so you'd better start packing your things up and get ready to go.
Go right ahead and show him. I'm sure that after seeing how this conversation has gone down, he'll understand things a lot better and act upon them.
You think so? Well then, let's both be prepared then. But just know that it's not me who's going to be fired for this one.
Hey, are you Rob from the General Affairs Department here? Yes, that would be me. And who am I speaking to at the moment? So that must mean you're the one that went out of line and started talking down to the daughter of the executive director. Since you appear to not know a thing about the politics within this company, I'm going to have you moved out to the middle of nowhere to work. Are you really sure about that? I want you out of this office right now! Excuse me, David, but from what she told me, your daughter had shown you those screenshots of the texts that had happened between her and me, correct? She sure did show me! And I'm not letting some kind of complete stranger like you go and preach like that to my daughter all the time! No, if you had seen the conversation we'd had, then you'd know that what your daughter has been up to is not okay. I'm not the kind of man that really likes to preach it all to others about how to do their jobs and such. And that's why this time, I chose to just text her about it, so that it would all be in a much more lighthearted fashion. There is nothing wrong with my daughter! And even if she was causing problems for anyone in the company, you were all to look away from it and mind your own business! What? Did you not hear about how she's been pushing all her work off onto other coworkers, and then leaving the office to go home whenever she pleases? This is not the kind of situation where all of us can just ignore what she's doing. And the worst part of all this is that she doesn't seem to understand that what she's doing is wrong. She's not even willing to own up to it in any way. Stop lying to me! My daughter is a perfect and kind little girl. I've heard enough from you now, so get all your things off your desk and leave this office. I'm going to make you head to that small little office out in the middle of the countryside. You're going to have me move to another office all because of this? I think you are best to start thinking with your head on straight, David. The only reason your daughter was even hired into this company is because she's related to you. And now she's going around threatening other coworkers with being fired by her dad. As a working adult, does that not make you or her embarrassed by you guys' actions at all? You. Did you know that recently this company has been experiencing a lot of theft of materials from within its offices? I know about that. I was the one that started to make those posters all over the building, warning people to be more careful with their things to avoid them being taken. The man behind all that theft, it's you, right? Huh? What are you even talking about? That's the reason I'm having you moved out to that smaller office in the middle of nowhere, and your pay cut. I'm going to tell the company president that right now. I'm not going to tell him a thing about how you went against me and started to make nasty comments towards my daughter and then preach to her about her job. Do you even have evidence of me stealing things from this office? Well, I do happen to have some evidence, actually. I had a camera placed in the break room, where I was able to see every corner of it from. And I just happened to catch loads of videos of you taking things that are not yours! You put up a camera in the break room? You do realize that the break rooms are separated between genders for a reason, right? There are shower rooms and everything in there, so that could be a huge problem for you, having put up a camera in there to watch over everyone. But anyway, I have not been the one doing any of that stealing. Could you show me those videos that you've recorded of me? No way! There happen to be things of it of other employees in this company, and I'd like to keep all that private, of course. So I'm having the videos edited right now to remove all the people who have nothing to do with your crimes. But just know that you are in all of the videos, clearly. I know for a fact, because I remember every instance of you stealing things. This is my first time ever running into someone as awful as you. Are you not embarrassed by the things you are doing right now? You, even after all of this that I told you about, you still have the drive to want to fight back? You already know you're finished, so all of this fighting from you is useless, and you're making yourself look like even more of an idiot. Go and clean off your desk right now, and then leave this office before this day is over. Understood? Understood. Are you sure you don't want to talk with the company president about all this before I leave? Ha! The company president doesn't need to hear from me about how I'm having some low-level employee like you transferred to a worse office with worse pay. Is that so? Well, alright then. Get out of here, now! It's too bad for you that you had to be born with only half a brain!
Hey, I heard from my dad about everything, you know. He asked for you to get all your things together and get out of the office building. This must have really opened your eyes to reality, right? You are a complete disgrace to this company. I know. Once I've finished up my work for the day, I'm getting all my things together and leaving. To be honest, I was hoping he would just fire you on the spot, but my dad is a very nice man, so he let you off the hook by having you move to that crappy and old office building. You should be thankful that he didn't take things any further with you. If anything, I feel sorry that a company like this had to hire such a man as him. I suppose it was kind of him to only have me move to a different office, out of his sight. I'll enjoy a new place of work now, and hopefully, everyone there is a lot better behaved. I've become tired of having to care for the child
that was only hired because of her connection to her dad, after all.
Such a pile of crap you are, but since you're going to be moving far away from here, I'll forgive you for that one. Good luck with life out there in the middle of nowhere. I hope your life as a thief can be longer lived over in that office.
I am not a thief, and I haven't been stealing anything from this office.
Right? Lie all you want. You even stole my purse, right?
Huh? What are you trying to bring up this time?
I had my purse stolen by you even. I saw it with my own 2 eyes, actually. I'll let my dad know about that before he leaves the office today.
When did I steal that purse of yours from you?
It doesn't really matter when it happened, right? I saw it with my own eyes, so that's all that matters.
If you saw it with your own 2 eyes, then you tell me the time and place it happened at. If you really happen to see me stealing your purse in person, then you should know what day and time it took place.
It happened this week, on Monday, at 4:30 in the afternoon. At that moment in time, you came over to my desk and took my purse from me while I was standing down the hallway. And that's when I saw you running off with it. I was on my way back from the toilet and everything. You really are the worst kind of man.
4:30 in the afternoon, huh? That's a very particular time for you to be able to remember that happening at.
Well, of course it is. I have a picture as evidence that I took of it happening, and it says the time it was taken in the picture's info. It says it clear as day, so there's no mistaking it now. You're not going to be able to talk your way out of this one, you thief.
A picture, huh? You're going to find that a lie like that won't be getting you very far. But go ahead and do whatever you want.
I'm going to do what I'd like. I hope you find life hard at the other office when everyone there knows you as the corporate thief.
Hey, Rob. Tell me what kind of relationship you have with the company president? Excuse me? Why do you want to hear that from me all of a sudden? Right now, he's running all over the office building after coming back from that overseas trip he took, and he's yelling that he's looking for his grandson. Are you really the grandson of the company president? Well, yes, I am. And what does that have to do with anything? Why did you never tell me about any of that sooner? Well, had I told everyone that I'm the grandson of the company president, everyone in the company would start to treat me way too kindly, right? So I've kept that a secret this whole time, in order to keep balance and equality here. And luckily, our last names are different from one another, so nobody would have even been able to tell. So you really are his grandson? So you really are related to the freaking company president? Well, that's what I'm saying now. All right. I'd like you to come back to this office building at once and return to your desk. Huh? You don't have to put in any more time over at that crappy office. Come back here and return to your previous job. You should be able to make it back here before lunch, right? What are you going on about right now, David? You told me yourself before I left that place that I was never to leave this smaller office ever again, and that I'd be working here for the rest of my life, right? Well, things have changed drastically! When you say things have changed, is that because I'm the grandson of the company president? I do not want to be treated special because of my connection to him. I like to work with my own strength here, and that means I don't have anything to do with my grandpa. No, that's not what all of this is about. Now just hurry up and get back in here. I do not want this turning into any more of a problem than it already is. I'll go talk with the company president right now and try to calm him down for you. I'm sorry, but I'm not coming back. I happen to have a lot of work that needs to get done over at this office now. You are being a real pain in the butt for me now! Do you have any idea what'll happen if the company president catches on to what's happened? I don't care what happens. You're the executive director, so that's going to be your problem, not mine. But of course, he's going to be pissed with what you've done. He happens to hate when things don't happen according to plan, especially when it has to do with one of the higher-ups in the company. I can see that you think you're all special now! This is your last chance! Are you really sure you don't want to come back to this office and make things right for everyone? Even if I wanted to come back, I can't do it today. I happen to have a lot of work that needs to get done, and I'm not going back until it's all handled. For fuck's sake! David, it appears that you were contacted by the company president. You told him that you had found me to be the one who stole your daughter's purse, and that's why you had me kicked out of that office and moved out here. I did tell him that, because it's the truth. The fact that you had the nerve to steal my daughter's purse. I even gave you a chance to come back after kicking you out, but you said no to it. So this will all be your fault now! But you didn't have any evidence of me being the one to steal it, right? I don't think that it was the most brilliant idea trying to paint me as the thief, all just to have a reason to kick me out of there. Are you trying to smart-mouth me now? You're a freaking idiot, Rob! Alyssa happened to see you do it with her own eyes, and that's enough evidence for me. Also, with the camera I placed in the men's break room, I was able to catch you on it stealing it, and I know for a fact that's you! Then could you please tell me when it was that I was in the break room, stealing things? You happen to have video evidence of it, correct? That should mean that the time and everything of the incident are on that video recording as well. I have the time. This Monday, at 4:30 in the afternoon. The time of all this happening is in the bottom left corner of the video, so there's no mistaking it now. You went into the break room while everyone else was just leaving to get back to work, and you started sifting through people's bags and jackets. You thought that was the perfect chance to get away with it all, right? I see. Then this means that at 4:30 in the Monday of this week, I was in the men's break room, right? There are no mistakes with any of that information, right? Right. That's all correct. No mistakes. I can show you the timestamp and everything on the video recording later if you want. But it seems that your plan to steal everyone's things was never going to work out for you, huh? If you really want to think that this video is edited in some way, to make you look as though you stole those things, remember that I was in the group of men walking out of here, and I did not see you leaving the break room. So you were definitely behind all of this. I'm sorry to have to ask you this, but did you talk with Alyssa at all about the time that video recording of me stealing things from the break room took place? Huh? Why are you asking me that? Well, it just seems to me that there's something not quite right with all of this. From what Alyssa was telling me about me stealing her purse, she said it took place at 4:30 in the afternoon, on Monday. That's apparently when I went to her desk and stole her purse. Huh? And if you think that I'm mistaken, she told me she took a picture of me stealing her purse and all, and the time on it says 4:30. But even with that detail, you are telling me that at that time, I was in the men's break room stealing from them? How was I in two completely different parts of the office building at the same time? What? Wait a moment. I'm going to have a talk with her. Sure, go right ahead. Hey, Alyssa! Why did you not explain things to Rob like we had both discussed? I told you that at 4:30, I'd be saying he was in the men's break room stealing things, right?
Huh? No, I thought that we agreed that at that time he was going to be in my office stealing my purse off my desk.
I never agreed to you saying he was stealing your purse at that time?
This is your fault this time, Dad. Why are you going to try and blame me for you not telling him the right times we'd planned on? You were the one that messed up this time. You told me that we'd be able to do all of this easily and make him look like the thief so that we could get him out of this office without being caught.
And that's still the plan. I've been trying to help you get rid of him by painting him as the thief.
You are not helping me out, though. You totally forgot about the times we had agreed on.
But I explained to you before about how I have him recorded on the camera I placed in the men's break room and everything, right?
I never heard about all that from you. Are you kidding me? What are you doing? The only time we weren't going to have an alibi from the other members of this department was during the time I was with Rob, right? And that all took place at 4:30, so you were supposed to give a time besides that. Now, when they're questioning me on why he was in two different locations at 4:30, they're going to find a hole in our lies and blame me.
You'll be all right. They haven't started looking for anyone just yet who is behind this. And they haven't even began asking for all the evidence we have. Now, for the time being, leave all of this up to me, and just stand by and wait for me to be finished with it. Okay?
Huh? Are you trying to say that I'm getting in your way now?
Well, wait, that's not what I said!
Telling your own daughter to sit one out while you go and handle everything alone is the worst. Whatever, I don't care what happens to you now.
Alyssa!
Hey, you happen to be the grandson of the company president, right? I don't happen to have the phone number of the company president on me, so I'm going to tell you this so that you can tell him. The man that's been behind all of the theft within the company is my dad, David.
Excuse me? What do you mean by that?
I just told you what I mean. The man that's been going around stealing everything here is the executive director, my dad.
But you were saying before that you saw me with your own eyes, stealing your purse out of your office, right? You're starting to contradict what you've said before now.
I happened to make a mistake then. You and my dad happen to look very similar after all. Anyway, I want you to tell the company president everything I just said to you. Understood?
I do not want to become involved in whatever fight you're having with your father at the moment. And really, you don't have to worry about what's been going on in the company anymore, because the two of you will be getting fired here shortly. So maybe it's best you both just forget about whatever plan you made to have a reason for me being kicked out of that office, and just make up.
Huh? Why do I have to be fired as well?
Well, that's because you've been the one going around the office building stealing people's things from them.
Huh?
Let me tell you right now. Everyone here has seen you stealing things off their desks and out of their bags. That's why during these past few days, I've been going around gathering evidence of it and making an investigation. You did know that there are security cameras all over the office building's interior, right? Besides the break rooms, of course.
Security cameras? There are security cameras all over this office building's interior?
Yes, of course. And your father, the one who is the executive director for that office building, should have been aware of that as well. And well, on multiple of those cameras, we have video evidence of you stealing. And of course, the company president has watched through all of the recordings.
Lies. These are lies, right?
None of this is a lie. You're most likely going to be sued by multiple different people for this now. So I suggest you find yourself a really good lawyer. But if you don't want that, then maybe you need to start giving everything you've stolen back to the victims.
Well, it's not a problem for me. I still have my dad around to help me out of this.
Interesting. You were just going on about how he's been the one behind all of this. And now you want his help defending you?
My dad is a very kind man, so he'll forgive me for this. What? He's not answering his phone. What's going on here?
Did he go ahead and send you straight to voicemail or something? I'm sorry, but the company president has already gone and dealt with your father.
What do you mean? Then what am I going to do about this?
Well, now that your father, whose position you abused, is no longer around, there's nothing you can do. I think the first thing you can try doing is going up to everyone you stole from and try apologizing to them.
Shut up. I'm going to go and find my dad right now.
Rob, I'm so sorry about so many things. Out of my own selfish anger, I had you relocated to another office building and your pay reduced. And I also tried to paint you as the thief. That's right. And these apologies from you are well deserved. But being moved to another office building isn't that much of a problem for me. Everyone that's working out at this location are very nice people. And they've all been teaching me all sorts of things that even I never knew about the company. And the best part of all out here is there is nobody like your daughter here who is brought into the company because they're family and never get any work done. I can't really say anything to that now. I know that. Now, is that all you have to say? You're not going to ask me to say anything to my grandpa as a way of having him pardon you or anything? No. This was just meant to be me apologizing to you. I'm going to be leaving this company now. And on my way out, I'm going to apologize to every single person here for what I've done. Well, if that's how you're handling things now, then that must mean the company president towards you pretty well, right? I understand completely now why he was that mad with me. He was not going to take any of my crap from me, and he made that very clear. Just a bit ago, Alyssa ran into the room while he was yelling at me, and after he asked for me to leave his office, I could hear him tearing her a new one from the other side of the door. And when everything went quiet, the door opened, and she walked out looking like a zombie. That's the first time I've ever seen anything like that. Not even I'm able to picture how upset my grandpa must have been with you both. And I happen to be his family. At home, he's yelled at my mom and dad all the time, but never in a way that zombified them. But of course, I am his grandson, and he'd never ever want to yell at me about anything at home. However, that doesn't mean he wouldn't yell at me like that when I'm one of his employees, and I've screwed up as bad as your daughter and you have. Well, anyway, know that I really am sorry about what happened. I promise that my daughter and I will never show up to this company again. That is a promise. Okay? Alright. Please do that. This company was made by my grandpa, and to me, it's a very important place. And so, having two people as selfish and crazy as you around here will not be tolerated ever again. And I'll make sure of it. Goodbye. After that, both David and his daughter Alyssa were fired from the company and kicked out of the office building. When it came to the money that Alyssa had to pay all of the victims, she never bothered to acknowledge any of it, and asked her father to pay it all instead. But her father had realized he was no longer going to spoil his daughter, and he said no when she came and asked for his help. In the end, she had to end up borrowing a lot of money to pay all the victims, and is now facing a lot of debt that she'll need to pay off somehow. After seeing the company president so angry at them, neither one of them wanted to work corporate anymore, and things between them really started to become distant. David started to seclude himself inside his house for a long time, never coming out to do anything in fear of seeing employees from the company. And Alyssa has started to work during the nighttime, working jobs that most women her age would be too afraid of. The company president went ahead and apologized for never noticing something as bad as what happened going on inside his company a few days after firing David and Alyssa. He then followed that by saying he'd start to build a much closer and tighter workplace, where everyone could speak up about things without fear of there being a higher-up that would attack them. A few weeks after that, everyone in the office began to notice how much more relaxing work could be when that father and daughter duo were no longer around. My grandpa later asked me if I wanted to come back to the head office and work there again. But after what had happened, everyone there knew I was his grandson, and so I had to say no. I'd much rather work out in the countryside anyway, where people don't know my connections to the company president, and where everyone is just nicer to me. I told my grandpa that I want to work in a place where I'm not treated any better due to my connections, and that I wanted to keep working hard, so that I may one day be in his position as company president.
Helen! Long time no talk. How are you? Hey. I'm good. What's up? Oh, nothing much. Hey, I'm going on vacation with my boyfriend soon. I can't wait. I just had to tell you. Oh, and I quit my job. Again? Yeah, selling cosmetics is a lot of work. I have to stand on my feet all day long. They only hired me for my looks anyways. It doesn't matter though. My boyfriend's gonna take care of me from now on, so I'm never working again. Ever. Oh, Mary. Work is never easy, you know? You gotta learn to tough it out. No thanks. It's not for me. So where are you going for your vacation? Vegas! My boyfriend is loaded. We went to LA a few weeks ago. We've been all over the world. It's awesome! What does he do? He owns a tech firm. You should find yourself a nice rich guy. Oh, I don't really care about money. Oh, you're no fun. Wait, I know! You're jealous. No. You're jealous. I got a rich boyfriend and you don't. And I don't even have to work. You're jealous. No. That's not it at all. He lives in this huge condo. It's crazy. He only wears designer clothes. He's always buying me really expensive stuff. He buys me anything I want. He's so amazing. And he's so handsome. He's perfect. Amazing, right? Jealous? I'm impressed. You wish you had a boyfriend like him. You're jealous, aren't you? Not really. But with your looks? I don't know. LOL. I got a boyfriend too. I'm happy. Wait, really? You got a boyfriend? What's he like? He's nice. What does he drive? I don't know much about cars. Is it a domestic car? Yeah. Oh, that's so sad. My boyfriend drives imports only, and he always picks me up in his car, no matter where I am. I could never date someone who drives a domestic car. That's so embarrassing. Ugh, aren't you embarrassed? I feel so bad for you. Okay. I don't mind, though. Lots of people drive domestic cars. Poor people are so pathetic. They live in such small houses, and all they do is go to the movies or the mall. So boring. Cheap restaurants, crappy vacation. So sad. It's just so sad, you know? I could never date a poor guy. My boyfriend rents out the entire theater when we go see a movie, and he only takes me to luxury brand stores when we go shopping. 5-star restaurants, overseas vacations, and imported cars. That's a must. Where am I supposed to find someone like that? It's not that hard when you're pretty like me, but with your looks, I don't know. LOL. Yeah, whatever you say. Hey, are you making fun of me? No. You're jealous, aren't you? What does your boyfriend do? He's a model. Really? You sure he's not lying, LOL? These days, everyone is a model. They just say that to get girls. So gross. You sure you want to date him? He's my boyfriend. Stop being rude. Seriously. What? I'm just worried about you, Hina. That's all. No worries. He's a model. I've seen him in magazines. I've been to his photo shoots, too. I trust him. Don't worry. He's not lying, okay? What magazines? Can I buy them at bookstores? I think so. You sure he's a model? What if he's a porn star or something? No. I was there. It wasn't porn, trust me. And the magazine he's in? You were just reading it the other day. Really? Yeah, like 3 days ago. Wait, you're not talking about Prince, are you? Actually, that's him. Stop lying. You're just jealous. Grow up. I'm not lying. But look at you. There's no way you can go out with him. I don't believe you. You got proof? I'll show you some pics later. Send me some now. I can't. He doesn't want me sending other people his pictures. You might get jealous and upload them online, so... What? Don't push it. Oh, we're actually gonna be on the next issue. They're doing a story about the models and their boyfriends/girlfriends. The photo shoot is coming up soon. Just buy the magazine and see for yourself, okay? How's that for proof? What? You're gonna be in a magazine? You? With Prince? Ah! That can't be! How did you even meet him? I met him in the city. That day when I couldn't make it? Couldn't make it? Seriously? You ditched me for your boyfriend. I waited there for hours, you know. How did you meet him? While I was waiting for you, he hit on me. It was right after you canceled on me. Talk about good timing. Too bad you weren't there. Why you? Look at you. This makes no sense. And now you're gonna be in a magazine with him? No, that can't be. Oh, relax. You got a rich boyfriend, right? You should be happy. Introduce me to him. I can't. Come on, I'm your friend. What? You? My friend? Yes. No, you're not my friend. What? How can you say that to me? Seriously? After all those things you said about me? Give me a break. I'm sorry. And the things you said about my boyfriend? I didn't know you were going out with Prince. Whatever. I'm done with you, Mary. Stop texting me. I never liked you anyways. Have fun with your rich boyfriend. Bye. How can you say that to me? Prince doesn't drive an import, by the way, and he doesn't take me to 5-star restaurants. Oh, and his house is pretty small. Oh, and he loves to go to the mall, so yeah. You're too good for him anyways, Yuna. I was only kidding. Please. We're still friends, right? And if my boyfriend was Prince, I could care less about money. Helen? Hey, stop ignoring me. Helen? Hello? Pick up. Oh, sorry. I was texting my boyfriend. Did you tell him about me? Huh? Why? I asked you to introduce me to him. Oh, that. Well, I did tell him about you. Oh, thank you. What did he say? When does he want to meet? Never, LOL. He told me to cut all ties with you. So, yeah. Bye. Wait, what did you tell him? Exactly what you told me. You need a rich guy, right? And someone who drives an import? I told him everything you just told me. What? Why would you do that? Because he asked me about you. What was I supposed to say? Don't put this on me. Please let me meet him, please! Sorry, I'm gonna be late for my date. Don't text me anymore. Where are you guys going? I'll meet you there. Please don't. You scared I might take him away from you? Is that why? Huh? Look, if it was up to me, I wouldn't mind. Honestly. But he said he never wants to see you, so yeah, I don't know what else to tell you. Oh, and I showed him your pic. He said you're not his type. You probably showed him a really bad picture of me. If he sees me in real life, he'll change his mind for sure. Tell him. I should be in that magazine with him, not you. You just don't get it, do you? It's your personality. You might have the looks, but you're a terrible person. That's why he doesn't want to see you. Then tell him it was all a joke. Tell him I'm really a good person. Come on, Hina, you owe me. What? For what? I don't owe you anything. And no, I'm not lying to my boyfriend, LOL. Hey, Hina, you're a good friend. I'll never do anything to hurt you again. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Please. Sorry, but no. I'm gonna block you now. What? No, please! Please! Hina, please! I'll do anything. Please! Please forgive me. Please let me see him. Please! Mary never got to meet Prince. She took out her anger on her boyfriend. She stole his credit card and went on a shopping spree. He dumped her and filed a lawsuit against her. Today, she works multiple jobs to pay off her debt. As for Helen's boyfriend, he became a really famous model after that. A few months later, he bought a nice condo and asked Helen to move in with him. Glad everything worked out for her.
Stacy, thank you for wanting to come to see us as it seemed to make you happy, but next time can you make sure to let me know first? Coming out of nowhere like this makes it hard for me to match my schedule with the hospital's.
Why? Why do I have to listen to you, Brianna, and match what I do with the plans you have? And you were able to come answer me immediately, so everything's fine now. I just wanted to come over to give you your gift for having a baby, so don't be so mouthy with me for trying my best. You really have all sorts of reasons for being the worst wife imaginable. Maybe you're starting to go crazy right now after having your baby? They say sometimes when a woman has her baby, she begins to have depression and go crazy because she's not carrying it anymore. You must be mental now, right? Anyway, you complaining to me about not respecting you and your schedule after handing you your gift was a mistake on your part.
I'm sorry. Thank you for wanting to bring a gift. I'm happy that you happened to think of me while I was having the baby.
Whatever. I'm starting to doubt you as a person, Brianna, because of the way you've handled this. Maybe I'll just turn around and head back home now so that I don't have to be stressed over you any longer.
Stacy, I'm sorry for being a bit rude with you earlier, but don't you ever come around me and my son again. I've been thinking about things between us for a bit now, and I don't want you anywhere near us as I raise him.
What is going on with you now, Brianna? Especially with a harsh attitude like that, I'm worried you really do need to see the psych ward. But anyway, you don't even have to ask me to stay away because I never planned on seeing you both again.
That's true, you hate my guts as it is. But what you did today was unforgivable.
Oh, and what could that have been?
Don't start playing dumb now, please. The moment you came and saw us again, what exactly was it you said to my boy when you saw his face? You said that even though he's your oldest son's baby, he is not cute at all, and then laughed. Then you followed up by saying it must all be my genetics. You really just stood there making fun of your own grandchild after he was just born. Do you have a good enough reason for doing that?
I just wanted to say what I thought was all. You're an ugly woman after all, and so the child you gave birth to happens to share the same traits as you. He looks just like you, and so me complimenting him the same way I'd compliment you is only natural, right? There's no need to be upset. That kid may be my grandchild, but he looks like a dang monkey.
Also, today wasn't just about you coming to see us and your grandchild, right? The real reason you came to us was for more money.
You're a rude one, aren't you? I had no reason to be there for your guys' money.
How can you say that now? You came in and told us that after coming all this way to see a monkey, we should at least pay for your taxi ride home. And as you said that and I lay there in the hospital bed, you reached into my purse and took out $300.
Well, why are you being so stingy right now, huh? I was being nice by coming out to see that kid, and so it's only fair that you pay for my means of transportation, right? You can't be so selfish when dealing with someone like me. I have to live off of what little social security I have left.
I am once again sorry. My son woke up, and so I had to stop talking with you for a bit to care for him. But either way, I'm telling you that from now on, you're no longer invited to come see us. We've known for a while now that you've had troubles with money, and that's why we've been giving you an allowance. And we tried our best to stay quiet even though you'd been so rude to me about everything, but I can't take it anymore. I am the wife of your second oldest son, and he and I have been working hard for our son. And I was fine dealing with your rude remarks to me every now and then, but I assumed you'd lighten up about us when we had our baby boy. I had at least hoped that when you came to see him, you'd say how cute he is and open up to us a bit more. But I can see you just want to hate my baby and me now. I now see that you're not happy for us to have a baby, and that's fine, because I'm no longer dealing with you as my mother-in-law.
You always have to make such a fuss. I even made sure to give you that gift. Does that not make you at least a little happy for me coming to see you guys? You really must be moneyless if you can't understand how precious that gift to you was. I can't believe my son chose to marry you. I can't even see you as anything other than a witch now.
And it was because of that gift from you that I'm in a rage now. What the hell even was that? Can't you just stop yourself from picking on me at least once? In what world is giving 5 cents to someone after giving birth a good gift? Especially when it's coming from the mother-in-law.
You have no reason to be complaining to me. I was very thoughtful giving you that even 5 cents as a gift. Maybe you could try thanking me for that. It's not like you deserve any more money after giving birth to that monkey.
Well, then I'm going to stop giving you any more money as well.
Huh? Giving me money? What are you on about? I know that my money is coming from my son. So you have no right as his crappy wife to be speaking for him. I know that you're good for absolutely nothing, Brianna. That's the whole reason why you can't even give birth to a half-decent looking baby. If that thing grows up one day, it'll turn out to be nothing more than a waste crawling through our society.
Phil, how much time do you have? I have something we really need to be talking about.
It's rare of you to text me this time of day. What's up?
Actually, today your mom came to the hospital to see our son.
What? She did? She was telling me that she didn't even want to see our boy. At least, that's what I remember her saying. So I guess in the end, she did want to see her grandchild.
No, that's not the reason. She didn't come all the way here to see our baby, but rather to take some more money from me.
Your money?
And if you want to hear more about it, she even said that our boy isn't cute at all while laughing about it. And as a gift to me for having the baby, she gave me 5 cents. And then she told me that since she came all that way to see us, she needed money for her taxi. And since I'm still in the hospital bed, she went and reached into my purse and took my money out of it.
What? She came there and made fun of our son? And she only gave you 5 cents as a gift? Does she not see how awful she's being right now? What the hell is that old bag thinking? She needs to go home or something. And wasn't the money in your purse the money that your parents gave to you in case you needed anything while in the hospital? You're telling me she just stole that from you? You sure did tell me when we needed to talk about this, huh? I'm still working at the moment, but we'll have a break very soon. During that time, can we talk more?
Sure, that's fine. Good luck with work.
Thanks for waiting on me. How are you feeling right now? You're staying relaxed, right?
I'm okay. And our baby just got finished drinking some milk, so he's sleeping next to me.
I see. Thank goodness. I'm so sorry for what's happened to you today. After she fell in love with the baby my older brother had, who ended up being a girl, I guess she just couldn't get behind us having a boy as our first child.
Well, she's had something against me for the longest time for not being a housewife like your older brother's wife, and so me working a job of my own must have started her hate towards me. Always telling me that my job is to be your wife and nothing else, all that kind of crap.
But I never thought that she'd pass on all that hate she has for you to our baby. I thought that things would get better after all the work we put in for this.
You don't have to feel sorry for anything, Phil. Nobody ever thought your mom could get any worse than she had been. But the moment I saw the gift that she gave me for giving birth, I had just had enough from her. And that's when I told her on accident that I never wanted her to see her grandchild again.
No, you were right to say something like that. And to make sure that our son grows up in a loving household, she doesn't need to be around him anymore.
What about the money we're giving her every month? I told her that I'd stop that as well. I'm sorry. I told her something without even thinking that might have made things more difficult. Now that I've calmed down, I think I overstepped things there.
You have nothing to apologize for, Brianna. You have every right in this world to be upset with my mom for making fun of our newborn boy. And so you fought back to protect him. So you don't need to be worried about what you did to Mom. How about we really do stop sending her money? After all, we're going to need more money ourselves now with a kid in the house. You have to be tired now, right? You've had to take care of Ren as well, so you need to take things easy. When I'm out of work today, I'll head right back to the hospital to see you.
Phil, why haven't I been able to get any money from you yet this month? Don't you dare tell me that witch got into your head and told you to stop. That little disgusting witch telling you what to do with your money is not something any wife should do. You divorce her right now and come back to your mom.
Jeez, I've heard enough already from you. I've had more than enough reason for me to stop giving you any money.
Well, I want to know what those reasons are, and that's why I'm asking about it. Your older brother happens to be so charming, yet for some reason you keep making yourself look worse. Before I have to take matters into my own hands, please give me this month's money. You know that your father's body isn't that great anymore, and I myself am getting really old, and so we need that money to survive.
You're not my mom anymore.
Huh? Excuse me? Is that the right way to speak to your mother right now?
The only parent I have now is my dad. I don't give a crap about who you are.
Hold on, Phil. Why are you this upset with me? Phil, you reply to me right now. You frickin' witch. It's because of you that Phil has left me. He's never been the type of kid to ignore his own mother. What the hell could a brainless and toxic woman like you have done to him?
I never did a single thing to him. All of that was what he wanted. Perhaps it's time you start to learn how to understand your own kids' feelings.
Shut the hell up, you stupid rat! Whoever gets in the way of a mother and their son is the worst scum on this planet.
It seems that you're a bit confused right now by everything, but I haven't done anything to get in the way of you two. After all, that money that's been going to support you every month has been coming from the money I make.
Huh?
For a long time now, Phil has been wanting to end ties with you because you've always cared about his older brother and wife the most. But then 3 years ago, just after we got married, it was found out that his father had cancer. It was said that his dad wouldn't be around too much longer, and so Phil decided that until the day came that his dad drew his last breath, he'd remain helping the family. And that's why for 3 years now, he's continued to be a part of the family.
What are you talking about? How does that have anything to do with you guys giving me money every month? You're probably just trying to take us off topic so you don't have to give me anything, huh? I can't allow that.
Is that what you think? Well, then I guess this conversation is over with.
Even though you're supposed to be my son's wife, you're completely useless. I don't care to listen to whatever made-up stories you may have about my son. Go tell Phil to call me right now. Phil just threatened me by saying that if I don't listen to you, he's never going to think about giving us money ever again. Threatening his own parents? I never remember raising a son as awful as that. Come on now, Brianna, and let's finish this dang trouble you've started. He just blocked me again, and now I'll never be able to talk with him.
Well, things won't change until you start listening. Your husband must be going through a lot now as well, right?
I want you to talk to me right now, you toxic witch. If all you're going to do is keep saying random crap, I'll never be able to listen to you.
Understood. So that you can follow what I'm about to say to you regarding where that money you get every month comes from, I'll go into detail. But just be aware that Phil is really upset right now. And he has been for 3 years. His dad can no longer work and be able to help you guys afford to get the procedures he needs. He needed to get you guys money. But when you'd always treat your own son like trash compared to your oldest, he couldn't find it in him to try his hardest for you and your husband. Now, after what you've done recently, he's really lost all faith in helping you both out.
What? But the right thing to do is just keep giving us money, right? We're his parents, after all.
That's right. When Phil thought about what happened if he stopped giving you guys money, he worried what his dad would have to go through. But Phil is a very nice guy, and so back in the day when he was first having trouble bringing himself to give you guys anything, he chose to be the nice person he knows he is and give you guys a monthly amount. However, after a while of that, he could no longer take you constantly ripping into me. And so I told him that in his place, I could start to support you, and maybe that'd help things for him. And so in his place, I've been the one giving you that money every month for maybe the past 2 years.
Why the hell would you end up doing that?
Well, if you had never given birth to Phil, I would have never been able to meet him and marry him. And so my plan has been, as long as Phil's dad is alive, I'll thank you by supporting you financially. But you've still hated me all this time and have started making me doubt you ever being a good influence on this family. Even after having my own baby, you came to him and told him to his face that he's ugly and that I am as well. And so after you'd done that, the little piece of respect I had for you as the mother of my husband was crushed. And that's why I am no longer giving you any money. Have you come to understand what's going on now?
But if you go ahead and do that, what'll happen with my husband's treatments? We won't be able to do them anymore. Are you saying you'd be fine killing him?
And regarding that, I had a discussion with Phil. He told me if this was all to protect our son, then ending the money given to you guys would be forgiven by his dad. And so that's the conclusion we came to. And in my case, I can understand how Phil feels about saying that. We have both been trying our best to deal with your horrible behavior towards us, but now we've reached our limits. There is nothing else we want more in this world than for you to learn from your mistakes. You're now going to experience all the resentment that we both have had towards you for so long, you old bag.
What? Why would you use such needless vocabulary? Are you that upset? If I really was an old bag, it'd be one thing, but I'm not even close to one, so you can't just say that. You're an absolute rotten rat. You told my husband things you shouldn't have.
Things I shouldn't have? When your husband came in to see our baby boy, I asked him if he wanted to know what you thought of our little wren. And when he said yes, I told him.
And I'm saying you shouldn't have told him any of that. You should have been keeping your mouth quiet and just let my husband leave without a single word being said.
Whether you wanted me to do something or not, and whether it makes me a bad person to you or not, I've already decided that you're going to pay for everything. So I'll do anything to ruin you. But it seems that your husband has caught on already to just how rotten of a bag you really are, right?
Huh?
Your husband told me. He said he knew that you would always show your love to your oldest son and his wife, and he tried to stop you. And when you both began to talk about divorce because of it, you threatened him by saying he'd never get to see his sons anymore. And so that's why today he came to us crying and begging for forgiveness. He told us he never wanted you to treat us so badly, but couldn't do anything to stop you. And now that he knows we understand him, he hates you just as much as we do. So that is why he's going to aid us in our revenge.
There's no way my husband would ever lend a hand to a witch like you. He's my husband. He and I have been together longer than you've been alive.
Well, if that's what you think is holding you both together, then go right ahead and keep thinking that. Doing that will only make things better for us.
I'm looking forward to seeing what you could possibly do to me. What the hell is going on right now? What the hell are all these documents? What the hell are you trying to do to me?
Ah, hi, Stacy. Seems they've finally arrived. I assumed that there would be some trouble ahead, and so I made sure to get a lawyer to make those up. As you can see by what's written on the papers, your husband's money will all be going to Phil and I after he passes. At least 90% of it will be. And that remaining 10% will then go to his oldest son and daughter-in-law. And as for you, you won't even get a single penny.
His money? He's still alive, though, so why are you guys talking about the money he'll have after he dies? And if that's the case, I'm his wife and should get the money instead. You can't just do all of this behind my back and think to get away with it. I'm sure that these papers are all fakes anyway.
All of that money he plans on giving after he passes is kept in accounts not related to your guys' marriage. And since he's the one that holds all that money that he's been saving up under his name, he can make the decision on where it will go. There's also been the fact that you only ever show interest in your oldest son and would sometimes leave your husband at home to fend for himself while struggling with cancer. So all of that has been included in his final decision. And since all of this was done through a lawyer that we had hired and those documents made official under your husband's signature, you nor your oldest can do anything about it.
So there won't be any money left for me? There's no way! That's not even fair! Especially with the care that I did give him all these years.
Who was the one that cared for him? You never cared for him, instead leaving him at home to become even more sick. And you'd whisper under your breath that you wanted him to give up soon. He heard all of that, you know? But he's a very kind man, and so he never wanted to end things this way with you. He wanted to make sure he could end life still being married to you. But after what you did to your grandson, he couldn't take it anymore. And so this right here is the work that was put in to get revenge on you by him. He at least gave up on ever wanting to divorce you. I'm sorry, but the only one that ever cared for your husband was Phil.
What? Well, then what's going to happen to me? I won't be getting any money from you guys, and I won't get jack from my husband when he's gone.
Well, then I guess you'll be out of luck.
Stop messing around. Whatever. I'll just go and ask my oldest and his wife to care for me. I made sure to raise him the best and have been with them all the way. So of course they'll be willing to care for me in my time of need.
Only if you can make that happen. Phil, it seems that your mom is following as planned and will be trying to get your older brother to help her. How are things there?
Things are going so well right now that I can't be bothered to look away. I'm good here. Just finishing some things up. After explaining the situation of my mom and dad to my brother, and letting him know he'd still at least get a little money, he hopped on board with us. But really, I didn't want him getting anything from my dad, that jerk. I always knew he was the kind of guy that wanted to get whatever he pleased, but man, this time's going to be great because of that. He's willing to literally throw away his mom for a little bit of money? He really did turn out like trash, just like his mom.
You've always had it out for those two, and I agree that your brother and mom are like two peas in a pod with how nasty of people they are.
Well, I'd never like anyone who always looked down on me and treated me as though I'm extra baggage in the family. I told him to block her number if he wanted the money, and so he did. And I told him that once Dad had passed, he'll be getting his share. Well, I'm not actually going to give it to him now.
Wait, are you sure? Won't your brother become even more of a problem if you do that to him?
It'll be fine. While we were young, he'd always take my toys from me and promise to give them back in an hour or two. But then when I'd come and ask for it back, he'd tell me to get lost and then keep the toy. So it's always been him breaking promises. So this time, I'll take it upon myself to, in fact, break one promise with him. I planned on just letting a lot of the past go with my brother, but then I found it too hard to do that after everything. And since my dad is the only thing keeping me around my mom and brother, once Dad's gone, I'm totally fine making my brother pay just as much as Mom will. I'm sorry. I guess some of my personal problems are getting caught up in our plans now.
You're all right, Paul. And even after your dad's gone, you'll have me and Ren as your new family. And since we're your family, we have no choice but to make sure you feel better too.
Thank you so much, Brianna.
Brianna, please help me. I can't get in touch with anyone anymore and I'm in huge trouble. If things keep going south for me, I'll be dead myself. I haven't had any experience working a job myself, and so nobody will take me that can pay me well enough. I don't even want to work anyway. I'll do anything for you as long as I get a little money.
Stacy, I have myself a son now that's so cute, and I have to take care of him for the time being. And at the moment, I'm still a new mom, so I can't see myself having to take care of two babies. Also, you remember when you said my son looks like a monkey? You wouldn't want to be in a family with a boy that looks like a monkey, would you? And besides, I don't even want to meet with you anymore after you showed the kind of toxic mother you really are.
Wait! You're wrong about that. That was... Back then I was just joking about your son. I never meant to be serious about anything I said to him.
The only thing I picked up from you was how serious you really were. You're too late to be coming back to me now asking for anything anyway. Now, my little boy's going to be waking up soon, so can you stop talking to me? Now, goodbye forever.
Wait, Brianna! What am I going to do now? What should I do to make sure that I'll be okay? Both my sons threw me away and my husband will be dying soon. I won't be getting anything from him after he's gone, and I still need to pay for the house and food. Hey, can you please give me anything? I'm asking you to please listen to me.
After that, Stacy didn't get any money with the passing of her husband, and the house was given to Phil, which he used his power to kick her out of. I haven't spoken to her since our last conversation, so I can't be certain what's happened to her. But I did see her working at a supermarket not too long ago. But in her case, she was late to work a lot and missed work even more often, and soon was no longer working there. She then showed up at another store even closer to our house, and ever since seeing the worn out and dead face she had there, I am not going back. Then, when it comes to Phil's older brother, when he heard that his father had passed away and never heard anything from Phil regarding the money, he came to our house complaining about why no money showed up yet. Phil then explained to him that he doesn't get any, and that's for all the times he broke promises with Phil. Of course, this made him upset, but just before he tried to do anything to his brother, our lawyer, who we had over to finish some talks up with, came out and told him to rethink his decision. And since then, his brother has never been seen around us again. Now, when it comes to me, I'm just living with my husband and Ren. And we are making the best of our little family with what we have left.
Lily, why isn't my dinner ready? You haven't cooked for me these past few days!
Because I've been working overtime, Patrick. Your dinner is in the fridge, so heat it up and eat it.
Are you for real?
Why are you pissed?
Are you seriously going to make me do extra work when I just got home from work?
Oh my god, all you have to do is put it in the microwave. Be thankful that it's not frozen food. Also, you said about extra work, but don't you only work in the afternoon? I work from early in the morning till late afternoon. So shouldn't you be thanking me instead of complaining?
Are you talking back to me?
I just told you straight fact.
Would it be okay if I divorce you? Probably not, so do your job, you lazy ass. Maybe this is why you need to work overtime.
I actually have no problem with that.
You don't need to act all tough. Anyway, hurry up and come home and cook me dinner.
Didn't I tell you that I'm busy because I got promoted and need to take over jobs and plan events?
Okay, and it doesn't matter to me.
Anyways, I gotta go back, so eat your food.
I want a nice meal once in a while. It was a mistake marrying you. Please divorce me ASAP.
Okay. Can I go now? I'm busy.
You better cook for me tomorrow.
I have work tomorrow, so probably not.
Where the hell did you go? Where's my dinner?
I just told you that I'm at the hospital now.
Are you seriously still there?
Yes, I think I work too much. I'm going to stay at the hospital tonight and get an examination tomorrow, okay? I'm also going to take a few days off from work.
Do you think that's okay? You'll cause problems to the company and me.
I will to the company, but why you?
You won't be able to do household chores and cook for me.
You're joking, right?
Of course not. So I guess it's okay for us to divorce, right?
Why are you talking about the divorce now? Aren't you worried about your wife's health?
Why would I be? Anyways, I want you to cook dinner, so hurry up and leave the hospital.
Eat out or take out from somewhere. Jeez, you're such a scumbag to not worry about me and threaten me with divorce.
Yeah, whatever. You better come home tomorrow.
Okay, fine.
Did you forget what we talked about yesterday? Where the hell are you?
What did we talk about?
You coming home today. I was being nice to you yesterday.
What? Nice. Seriously.
Yes, I was okay with you not coming home yesterday. If you don't come home now, I can't eat dinner today either.
Okay, and?
What's with that attitude?
Don't you know that I needed your help?
Why would I help you? Deal with it by yourself and listen to your husband.
You're such a dick.
You know what? You are being such a bitch, so leave the hospital right now and come home to cook dinner.
Absolutely not.
Why? Stop making excuses. If you can't move, then why don't you crawl or something?
Are you for real?
Yes, if you don't come home, that means it's okay to divorce, right?
We're actually divorced already, so I don't know what you're talking about.
What?
Crawl home and cook dinner? Sorry, but I need to laugh at this.
Whatever, what do you mean we're divorced?
Well, I was fed up with you thinking you're the boss, so I sent the divorce papers in.
Stop lying, I haven't filled it out yet.
Yes, you did. You threw the signed papers at me a while ago.
I thought you threw it out.
Why would I throw out something that important? I was finding the right time to send it in, so thank you very much. Thank God we're divorced now. Hallelujah.
Shut up. Wait, are you discharged from the hospital?
Nope, just wanted fresh air. I'm actually going to stay at the hospital this week.
Can we please make the divorce invalid?
Aren't you the one that gave me the signed papers first?
Yes, but I wasn't gonna divorce you for real.
That was a threat. Sorry, but I'll not change my feelings. Also, I'm not going home, so please pay the mortgage, okay?
What? I need to pay for it?
Of course. I've been paying for it, but since I moved out, it's your responsibility now. Will you be okay? Isn't your monthly salary about $600?
No, please don't say that you're gonna move out. I still love you.
How many times do I need to tell you that we're done? Do you not understand what I'm saying? Are you an idiot?
I didn't expect for you to divorce me, and there's no way that I can help you pay the mortgage. You're earning a lot more money than me, so can you help me?
Are you joking right now? Why would I help someone like you? You treated me like shit every day, haven't paid even a penny for the mortgage, and didn't help me even though I was carried to the hospital. You're a self-centered douchebag.
Look, I'm sorry, but isn't it common sense for the wife to do the household chores? Wait, did you divorce me because you didn't want to do that?
Wow, what is wrong with you? I just explained why I divorced you. Maybe you were the reason why I was carried to the hospital.
Me?
There was nothing but stress living with you. I wonder why I married a person who doesn't even earn money, doesn't do household chores, and threatens me by saying the word divorce like 1,000,000 times. Sorry, but you're gonna face this problem from now on.
This is not like you, Lily. Why don't we talk about this, okay? We're husband and wife, right?
We're not, so no thanks. What is there to talk about anyways? It's just a waste of time. What do you want from me?
Come on, we're a family, so let's work things out and help each other.
Work things out. Help each other. Haven't I done everything for you? You never helped me, and I never heard the word thank you once.
Like I said before, it's common sense for the wife to do everything, so why don't you appreciate it?
What year are you living in?
I did help you before, actually.
Really? When?
Well, I can't think right now, but I have, though, maybe.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, anyways, why did you send the divorce papers without my permission? Let's make it invalid, please, and come home, because there was no way I can pay for the mortgage.
Nope. Good luck with that. Don't think about contacting me saying that you can't pay, okay?
Wait, please, don't leave me! Who's gonna do the household chores for me?
You're a grown adult, so watch YouTube videos and do it by yourself.
Why do we need to divorce?
I mean, you threatened to divorce me a couple times, so all I did was listen and sent the papers. If you want to make it invalid, I'll hire a lawyer and divorce you no matter what. If that happens, will you be able to pay for the lawyer?
Lawyer? Why are you exaggerating this story? Can we talk about this once?
Absolutely not. You're wanting to talk means that you want to make it invalid, right? Okay, I'll hire a lawyer right now.
Don't say something like that. Also, you can't just leave me at the house.
Actually, I can because my parents packed all of my bags and moved it yesterday.
What? When? Okay, wait, are you actually gonna divorce me?
Yes, how many times do I need to tell you? If you have anything to say, talk to the lawyer, okay? I think someone will contact you.
Don't say that, you're scaring me. Hey, I promise I won't complain, even if you don't do the household chores.
Wow, after all this, you still think that I'm gonna do something for you? I think I'm turning stupid, so I'll excuse myself. If something bad happens to you, remember that everything is your fault, okay? If you have time to blab about something, why don't you start looking for YouTube videos? Patrick tried to contact me a couple times to ask if I can help pay the mortgage for him, but of course I said no and blocked him afterwards. I heard that he got kicked out of the house and the house was sold to someone else. He's now living in the middle of nowhere looking for a full-time job because he needed the money to live. On the other hand, I'm feeling much better, and I'm back working, living a stress-free life.